The latest episode of The Bad Batch reintroduced us to an old friend. An old friend, I'm guessing, that most of us missed. It was interesting also to see Omega's reaction to the Zillo Beast, as she has seen a lot in her days, but now in the finale, once the Zillo Beast is unleashed by seemingly Omega herself, which she has a plan to, I'm guessing a whole lot of Imperials and Hemlock as well is gonna find out really and truly what a Zillo Beast can do. So the finale practically is going to be a lot of crazy. If you stop and think about it, we've speculated about the clone uprising, the clones that are inside, and how the group is coming to free those clones, how Captain Rex will come back together with Hauser, perhaps even Commander Cody, perhaps even Commander Wolf, who has not been seen ever since that latest episode where he let Rex go. Which means, of course, Wolf might be on the inside, he might be a prisoner by now. And the title of the final episode coming on Wednesday will be The Cavalry Has Arrived. So as much as you guys know, this is a moment where I think we need to talk about the Zillo Beast, because I don't think these guys know exactly what they are going to confront. They did encounter during the early seasons a baby Zillo Beast, if I remember correctly, but if they recaptured it, and it seems like it's fully grown now and it's going to be released to wreak havoc on this secret laboratory and Hemlock 2. But what these guys don't know, because it's early on during Imperial days, is that there is a story with Darth Vader himself, who encountered a Zillo Beast a couple of years after these episodes. So by now you are familiar with the Zillo Beast from the Clone Wars series. There was a Zillo Beast that was ultimately captured after wreaking havoc on Coruscant. He was captured by Palpatine and sent for experimentation. The next time we see a Zillo Beast, it's not the same one, but hailing from the same species, meaning that on these laboratories, they are trying to definitely clone a Zillo Beast and replicate its armor, its hive, because it's practically indestructible, as Anakin found out during the Clone Wars, and as Darth Vader is again going to retry in this canon comic where both Kylo Ren and Darth Vader's stories are intertwined, trying to invade a planet that hosts a Zillo Beast. So in celebration of the Zillo Beast's return in the Bad Batch finale, the final episode, we're gonna talk about this particular story where Darth Vader faces off against the Zillo Beast, and decades later, Kylo Ren does the same. Out in the wild of space, we quickly meet an old stormtrooper called Captain Rutherford. The new cadet comes in to check on him if he's ready and inquires why he is not wearing the new armor. But as the old captain had served the Empire, he was not about to change now. Same as his grandfather, Kylo Ren was meditating in the dark side of the Force, preparing for what was to come next, and that was the invasion of the native people of this planet. As a special advisor, Captain Rutherford joined Kylo Ren down on the surface, where we are quickly made aware that the whole armada will be invading the planet, same as it was decades ago with Darth Vader. In fact, it was a young Captain Rutherford alongside Darth Vader that did the same thing decades ago, and they invaded the Beneath people. They were a stubborn and proud race. They valued only size and strength above all else. Once they entered the hut, King Kristoff was waiting for them. He welcomed both the captain and Kylo Ren, gigantic in size. The king offered the half Skywalker to take a seat, but Kylo Ren refused. He went straight for business and ordered the king that his expansion on the 4 nearby planets will stop today. The king was not intimidated. He remembers another one similar to him came with similar demands decades ago. He was much taller and far more impressive, provoking Kylo Ren in the shrill appearance in comparison with Darth Vader. In fact, Vader had killed their last king, but he could not stand toe-to-toe against their god. Even though Vader had put them down, they got back up. Kylo repeated the order, but the king king was not relenting. Kylo tried to force choke the king, but the force was not working this time. Just saying the same thing slower doesn't make you any more persuasive, said the king. It just makes you sound slower. An amused captain told the king to not provoke him at that moment because Kylo Ren simply was a little touchy as he ignited his lightsaber and impaled the king's head, killing him right then and there, and taking care of his guards as well. What you just saw was aggressive negotiations. Now this was a declaration of war. The captain gave his opinion that they needed to retreat, but Kylo was not going so fast. Did Darth Vader retreat? No. Vader advanced with his army farther than expected until their god came, and this god stopped Vader and the Imperial army all together. Side by side, both Vader and Kylo Ren relived the past and the present. Both these Darksiders would go to enormous lengths together with their army to slay the Benathi until a huge roar could be heard and they both stopped. Kylo Ren knew it was finally here. Their god. It was the Zillo Beast. Even though Kylo ordered to fire upon the creature, it was unbreakable. In fact, the captain told him just that, but nothing was unbreakable according to Kylo Ren. The ships tried blasting it together with the army, but it was to no avail. Kylo knew what he had to do next. He entered his shuttle, took it upon himself to get closer to the Zillo Beast, and jumped straight for its mouth until Kylo Ren was eaten by the Zillo Beast. The First Order was done. Same as Vader had failed decades ago, now the First Order did the same thing with Kylo Ren. The army forces were preparing to retreat until the beast's insides simply exploded in fury. Kylo Ren had finally taken care of business. He cut up the Zillo Beast's stomach from the inside and simply got away. The Zillo Beast was finally dead. It is at this moment that Kylo had achieved something that Vader could not. Their god was dead. The Bethani people were ordered to now worship only the First Order. They would adhere to every command. And in the end, it was Kylo Ren who had won above his grandfather, Darth Vader. It is one of those rare stories where we see Vader fail and Kylo succeed. It's even weirder to know that Anakin had in fact come upon a Zillo Beast before he was Darth Vader, so this was the second time that he had fought a Zillo Beast without success. Talk to me down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up down below, subscribe for dailies. Now you can have an awesome day, Star Wars fans. I'll see you in the next video, and may the Force be with you until then.